Hey everyone, Roy Osharov here. This time something a bit different. I want to recommend some books that I highly recommend. I want to recommend some books that I highly recommend for developers. Um, these are sort of a get better books, and some of them about understanding the environment we live in. Some of them are about understanding how to work better, how to understand the users better. Let's take the first one, Developer to Designer by Mike Gunderloy. Very cool book, very simple and basic, but it's basically about how to design UI that sucks less in the Windows era. So, very interesting book, especially if you've never done UI design. You think you know what you're doing, you probably don't. Another book that talks about software that annoys users is The Inmates Are Running the Asylum. Very, very recommended. Um, It's about how we as developers really have no idea what our users really want. Not just about design, but the whole idea of computers and the various possibilities and the fact that we're not using it correctly to make software work like people expect it. Very, very interesting book as well. This is a great book, The Design of Everyday Things. What's cool about this book is that it's about the design of everyday things. Everything you see around you is designed somehow, and it talks about the idea of intuitive design versus unintuitive. So what's an intuitive design? If you look at a teapot, you understand how to use it immediately without needing any instructions. If you look at a door handle, you'll see that some doors are designed in one way, some are designed another way. For example, a sliding door may have a different handle that allows you to push in various directions, but a door that you can push or pull may have a different handle. And it makes you really think about things. It really applies to software as well. You begin to see everything with a different view. Interesting anecdote about this book, by the way, is that when I actually went to Amazon to purchase the book, I saw The Design of Everyday Things, and Amazon recommended me, said, purchase this book and you'll get this book. You don't get it. You can purchase these two together, The Psychology of Everyday Things and The Design of Everyday Things, by the same author, and you get them both at a small discount. And I said, hell yeah, I'm gonna buy them both. And these are the same book. So this was the first one, and then the author, Donald Norman, renamed it because it didn't sell well, because they put it in psychology instead of design and software. So he renamed it to this book and repackaged it. And Amazon didn't tell me, so I actually bought the same book twice. So I have it in two different ways. You can see that the design of everyday things can be very, very different. And also very ironic that it happened with this book's purchase, where it's all about making mistakes during design and stuff like that. So thank you, Amazon. And one of these is going to go to the team at Typemock as well, because I think the UI for Typemock, except the Intel test, kind of sucks. Lean Software Development. Awesome book. Awesome book. Just read it. Very interesting, very eye-opening. It's not the whole story, but very, very interesting. Once you read this, read this, Implementing Lean Software Development. Very, very interesting. Not the whole story, but very, very interesting. It's all about not just Agile, but the whole idea behind it and how do you get started, and the Toyota production way of work and so on. Other books that are really interesting, you can see there, I have a whole bunch of books right there on the shelf. Let me get a couple more. There we go. Okay. Advanced ASP.NET AJS Server Control. Yeah, no one cares about technology anymore. I don't care about technology. I'm not going to recommend this book. Practical Guidelines and Best Practices for Microsoft Visual Basic and C# developers by Microsoft Press. This could be an interesting book. I haven't read it yet. I got it for free as an MVP. I'm going to give it to someone. This book by Johanna Rothman, a great book, Hiring the Best Knowledge Workers, Techies, and Nerds. Very, very interesting. How to do interviews, how to make sure you're getting the right person. Highly recommended. Oh, Behind Closed Doors, great book about management. Seriously, great book about management. I'm going to recommend it on 5wise.com as well. Peopleware. This is one of the first books about software development and managing people that I've ever read when I just became a developer. Changed my thinking completely. Very interesting. I highly recommend this book as well. I do have plenty of others. Let's see. Let's see if I can recommend anyone else. You know what? I'm going to do it in a different video. This is just section 1 then. Cheers.